Wranglers coming on now. Okay, the stream light is flashing. Yeah, there, I have all lights now. Yeah. Yeah, 1 second. Okay. There's one. Yeah, we know where it is. Sorry, what's that? Yeah, we know come out from the can in second times. Yeah, yeah. I'll do that right now, 1 second. Welcome, everyone, to the broadcast for the Kingston Wranglers live from the ranch. Yeah. Shoots, he scores. Lance Brown. Yeah, that's all we got here. Okay, good. Yes, we will. Yeah. All right. All right, we'll catch. Yeah, we'll catch it to the side. Yeah, thank you. Hi, everyone. Bill Newman here, voice of the Kingston Wranglers. I'm here with graduating player number 22, Lance Brown. Now, Lance, your second season here. What has been one of your favorite parts of being a Kingston Wrangler?
Honestly, being back home, I started my hockey career in Kingston.
Hi, everyone. Bill Newman here, voice of the Kingston Hey, did you bring your microphone with you? Yes. And Ryan have it? Yes. Is it going on the ice? He's asking us. Oh, Ryan. Unbelievable. What's Connor? Are you going on the ice? camera on the ice.
That's fine.
I was like, you're going to ice and that much. I'm not ready. I get it up. It's not the plug, right? Plug, I keep it. Well, I gotta set this whole secondary system on. Yeah, but they can't see that. Wait, did it what? Oh, yeah, that's an echo. Isn't that the start of the country? Let's get it there. I just got this.
Oh, bitch. Get my wrap.
Go. You can't come from my goal. Snow tired again.
I think it's gonna be a great. I see that.
You should work for Black Hair TV.
We love
bear or linebacker? Black bear. Black bears. Where do you want? Where do you want? Now, listen. You're good. Right, that's what you do in the house. I'm figuring out this. You can we travel, right? And you talk it up on YouTube, you know where it is. There's a friend in the book, they keep my by. It's the grass. How many different words there? So I went, so what? When the broadcast, like the street, this street, different habits, right? So like it's, yeah, we'll just, we're broken bill. You know, research, I think it's research here. Yes, I am. Channel. Yeah. across the ice. I gotta head now. Welcome everyone to the ranch, live from Kingston, Ontario, and this is graduation day for the Kingston Wranglers. We're going to be going down live on the ice for a very special presentation. And on the ice, we're looking at the Kingston Wranglers owner, Ryan Thompson. Three graduating players today here. Number 22, Lance Brown. Number 27, Emmett Guest. And number 7, Braden Davis. As the Kingston Wranglers make their way to the ice, we will be going down to rinkside. And here is Kingston Wrangler owner Ryan Thompson.
Welcome to our last home game of the 25-26 season. I want to take a couple minutes and congratulate our graduating players. So first up, I would like to call Mr. Rick Davis to Next, I'd like to call from Somang, BC, returning player from last year, Mr. Emmett Guest. Aiden Sager is not here today, but we will congratulate him at our banquet after the season's completed. Next up, I'd like to call Kingston native. I've actually coached Lance since he was at U18. Had the privilege to be able to see him throughout his junior career. I'm excited to be able to congratulate Lance on finishing up his junior career with us. Come on, Lance. Please rise for the singing of our national anthem.
No, hey, boys, do one picture. I shouldn't be on the ice.
Great ceremony opening up the last regular season game here at the ranch. Want to say a couple hellos watching live on Black Bear TV. Scott and Jake both watching. Well, one watching from work, should be working. The other one is sitting at home trying to get the world wheel better. Injured foot. He's kind of cooped up, a little stir crazy. We also want to give a shout out to someone we met here before the game, number 25 for the Somang team, Chase McAndrew, in his second game.
had a chance to talk to his grandpa before the game. Great conversation that we had. As we're setting in, graduating player Lance Brown, Emmett Guest, and Braden Davis stepping in on the forward line. This is the graduate line, and the face-off won by Lance Brown. Face-off dumped in. Disher lets that one go by in behind the net. No icing call. As Grimbleby goes behind the net, Somang's going to control and low. Trying to find out front. There's our first save we're seeing from Austin Neal. As Somang works it around the outside, knocked into the corner as Logan Grimbleby goes into the corner. As they work it around. So we didn't have the motion camera there at the start. We were too busy getting up, wrapped up from the graduation there. As Emmett Guest on the forecheck here, our captain David Duggan on the ice. He's going to work it around the outside, bouncing puck. Alexis Veal knocks out to the side. As Somang controls behind their own net. They're going to carry this one out as David Duggan tries to get a hit on it. Nice hard hit by Steven Saber as he skates through there. Long dump in. This is Hayden Rivette. It's going to be a shot down. Too many men being called by. They're going to go with the Wranglers on that. Power play early here for Somang.
From the sound box.
With a warmer. Face off, won by David Duggan, kept it at the line. We really have to mic up Randy Steadyhand cameraman on this one as Austin Neal makes a call. Randy's shaking his head no, probably not a good idea. As we approach the last game of the season here at the ranch, last regular season game before the Wranglers go on the road for playoffs as they're meeting Hawkesbury the first round. Duggan Rivette on the forward line here. Forbes. And Saber on the point. Long dump in. They're going to keep it in. Hayden Rivette's down on the ice in the corner. Hayden Rivette's hurt on the far side. He's not getting up. He's holding his groin area. Getting to his feet there. Hayden Rivette got his way back to the bench. Hello to Danny Rivette. I know he's watching at home as well. Watching his son Hayden. Face off, one control by Somang on the outside. Brown and Guest up front. Forbes and Grimbleby on the point. Working a cross shot. Knocked down by Neal. What a great save as he kept that one out. Somang tries to work it in. They keep it in at the line. 1:19 remaining in the penalty. They try to work around the outside, trying to find their way in. Quick shot. Neal knocks that away and cleared by Brown. Guest and Brown go off for a change. Out comes Saber and Duggan. Disher. Who's three?
Straight.
Oh, Eric Stringer. Okay, yeah. Eric Stringer back in the lineup. Number 3 is not my list here. Eric Stringer on the point. And we get our first look at him. Him and Theo Disher on the point. Coming up on 30 seconds remaining in the penalty for too many men. Being served by Braden Davis. I guess happy graduation present to him. Somang's going to work around the outside looking for the one-timer. Long shot deflected wide by Neal out of play. 17 remaining, 23. Face off to the left-hand side of Neal. Brown stepping in on the draw, wins the draw back in the corner. Hard shot around the outside. Kept in on the half board by Somang. Emmett Guest comes in, battles on the half board, trying to find his men. Disher drops his man as they work lower in the corner. Now they try to work around the outside. High shot. Knocked away, knocked down by Neal. As Somang still trying to find their way in the corner. Bouncing puck. Captain at the line as Gavin Garley now comes on the ice. Tipped wide and away. As we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Somang controls, knocked down in the corner. That's Lance Brown battling his man. Shot around the outside. Gavin Garley's going to get there first. He's going to get this puck out. Finally gets it out as Emmett Guest and Garley both overskated it. Tripping call coming up to Lance Brown as he stuck his leg out on that. Somang with their second opportunity on the power play. 16:30 remaining in the first period. Again, thank you so much for joining us here on Black Bear TV. They opt for the left-handed face-off. Go in a little bit in the sights. Go in a little bit in the sights. That's good. 16:30 remaining. Power play again for Somang. Lance Brown for tripping. Somang works around the outside. Neil steps up and grabs that one and knocks it down. That's right. That could be arranged. Well, Lance Brown gets to serve this penalty. Braden Davis got the last one. We just need Emmett Guest now to grab it, and then we'll have a three-pack here. Somang works around the outside. Went for the one-timer, missed that as Hayden Rivette hammers that around the outside. Your captain, David Duggan, comes in to help to get this one out, and he does. Somang has to back up to regroup. Wranglers get a change in as Emmett Guest comes out along with Gavin Garley. Somang on the outside off the shot of the net. Neil had that angle cut down. He's going to dump this one down. Doesn't quite get all the way. Somang starts to set up now. Gavin Garley is going to be the forechecker on this PK. He switches with Guest. Somang works on the outside. Neil, nice breakup play by Logan Grimbleby on that play as he stepped through. Quick shot. Neil knocks that to the side. Again, we announced at the last broadcast on Sunday, Austin Neil with 1,000 saves. Facing a lot of shots tonight. This has all been Somang in the first part of this period as the Wranglers are killing off their second of two penalties they've had earlier in this game. Broken up again by Logan Grimbleby. This is Garley's going to backhand this one out and get a change in. All four Wranglers change as Eric Stringer, Hayden Rivette, Ryan Miracle, and Aiden Sager now with theirs. They come out to battle this one down. Somang trying to work around the outside. Ryan Miracle puts a stick on him. Has to drop his stick. Now picked up by Carter Sager. He's going to dump this one down. Veal's going to direct this to the left-hand side, coming up on 14 seconds remaining of the penalty. Somang now regrouping behind the net. Long distance pass across as we're approaching the last 5 seconds of this 5-on-4. Broken up by Rivette. He gets this one out, and we return back to 5-on-5 hockey. Ty Wood comes on for the extra attacker on 5-on-5. As they work on the outside, he's forced. Ty Wood steps into it, and Ryan Miracle gets this one across the neutral zone. Carter Sager on the forecheck here as Somang backs up. Long bank. Ryan Miracle steps up on that one. Ty Wood opts to let that one go, which was probably a smart play. Somang tried to clear this one. They kind of took a swing at that one. As Marcus Forbes picks this back, he's going to cross the ice to his partner, Logan Grimbleby, off the boards to Ty Wood. One touch pass. Now Lance Brown on the forward check. He's going to put this one on the net as Carter Sager couldn't get free. Emmett Guest couldn't get a stick on that one as Logan Grimbleby chases this back at 13:40 remaining of the first period. One touch pass as Lance Brown gets that up. He's going to carry this one in on the outside. Bouncing puck just behind Braden Davis. Penalty coming up. As the Wranglers now get a chance for their power play. Roughing is the call. Face-off will take place deep in the Somang zone. Duggan, Rivette, and Saber up front. Gavin Garley drops back on the point along with Logan Grimbleby. Your captain steps in for the draw, wins the draw cleanly back to Grimbleby. Grimbleby long shot tipped by Hayden Rivette just wide as David Duggan rushes in and gets the puck back. David Duggan on the half board has lots of time to look around as Somang squares up. Bouncing puck as Sager's got to let that one go. He goes to David Duggan and back to Saber. Saber long distance shot, tip puck. Oh, Hayden Rivette had a chance there. Couldn't quite get that one in. as Rivette controls. Little sauce pass over to Grimbleby. He can't handle that as Somang steps up and clears at 30 seconds gone in the penalty. 1:23 remaining now, and we're just past the 7-minute mark of the first period. Logan Grimbleby up to Hayden Rivette as Rivette's going to carry this one in. Tried to one-touch that one up to Sabre. Couldn't. Neil has to direct this one back as the captain's going to slow this one down and get reset. He drops to Grimbleby. Grimbleby's going to carry this up. Emmett Guest on the ice now off the side of the foot of Sabre. As our look at Chase McAndrew again had a nice turnover there as he's on this PK. Again, second game with Somang. We talked to his grandfather before the game. Long distance shot down by Somang into the corner. 45 seconds as Lance Brown comes back to pick this one up. He goes across to Emmett Guest. Ryan Miracle, Braden Davis, and Emmett Guest on the line here as Brown's going to carry this one up through the neutral zone. Lance Brown on the outside, drop pass to Emmett Guest. Guest has got some room. He's looking around. He's going to find Disher. Disher's going to dump this one on. Nice block shot. Actually hit Braden Davis as Disher's got to drop that into the corner to Lance Brown. Lance Brown goes behind his back to Davis. Kept at the line by Disher. Now a breakout. Now it's a foot race as all the Wranglers getting back as Davis chases his man down, broken up at the line. Emmett Guest body checks his man at the blue line. 5 seconds remaining in the penalty. Nice hard hit by Lance Brown at the corner of the net. And we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Cross ice pass picked off by Somang. They're going to come right back in as Lance Brown forces his man to the outside. Knocked away by Neil. Disher's going to dop this up to Carter Sager. Turnover back in. Disher's going to skate away from his man, trying to find his way out. Now he does. He's going to go on the outside. Disher still has the puck to carry in over the line. Try to dump that one in. Broken up by Somang. Long pass just missed by Jackson Payne back the other way. Ryan Miracle's back all by himself. Toe drag. Neil knocks that away. Now picked up. Here comes David Duggan. He's going to carry this through. It's 1-on-2. As he waits for people to catch up to him, Carter Sager now catches up, dumps into the corner. Sager battles his man. He steps around Payne. Out comes Somang. They work on the outside. Forbes back. Forces him to the outside. Shot. Neil directs that into the corner. Battling behind the net. Forbes tried to clear that one. Kept at the line by Somang. We're coming up on the halfway mark of the first period. Knocked away by David Duggan. Long distance pass by McAndrew, knocked down by the Wranglers. Payne comes back the other way. One touch pass as the captain's bumped into the corner. Somang works around the outside. Long distance pass across the ice. They're going to carry this one in. Just missed the assignment as Eric Stringer chases his man into the corner. Bouncing puck. Guess is going to hack at that one. It goes behind the net. Marcus Forbes is going to carry this one out looking for the outlet pass. He's just going to flick this one out, knocked down by McAndrew. Turned over by Somang, back the other way. Lost the Wranglers back, tipped wide, high, and away. Somang goes back to the point, kept at the line. Hard shot around, can't control. Emmett Guest is going to get this one on the half board. Couldn't get it all the way up to Lance Brown as Davis tried to get a stick on that as well. Knocked away by Forbes as he goes off to change. Rivette coming out. Looks like Hayden Rivette's dropped back to defense today. Short D today for the Wranglers. Grimbleby steps up on this one as well. Somang has to back up, retrack as they try to work inside. Long distance shot in by Somang. 9 minutes remaining of the first period. Again, thank you so much for joining us here on Black Bear TV. Live from the ranch, Kingston, Ontario, Canada. Long distance shot off the stick of Ty Wood into the corner. As they work around the outside, Carter Sager steps up, tries to cause a turnover. He does as Ty Wood comes in to help him as well. Somang battles their man on the half board. Ryan Miracle now steps up. He's on the forecheck of this one as Somang has to back up in behind Veal. Puck flicked out by Somang up to Vachon as he works on the outside. Ryan Miracle breaks that up. Somang has to back up and regroup and try to carry this one in. Nifty little move there by the captain of Somang as they work on the outside. Back to the point, long shot. Neal knocks that one away. Hayden Rivette lets that one go in behind the net as Logan Grimbleby goes behind his back as Rivette now picks this up. Hayden Rivette outlet pass. He gets it up to Miracle. Miracle through the feet of Sabre. Now a foot race into the corner. This is Steven Sabre. Lets this one go as Gavin Garley now steps up on the forecheck. They move this one out. Somang long shot. Nice pickup play. Offsides the call at 7:39. Somang's complaining about that one.
This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you by Haymakers in Kingston refers to Haymakers Urban Kitchen, a family-friendly canteen and catering service located inside the Investia Center.
Offside pass called back on Somang as they were behind the D but couldn't quite keep that in line. David Duggan wins the draw into the feet of Gavin Garley as he carries that in. He gets bumped off the puck. Steven Sabre comes in to help out, hammers his player out front of the bench as everybody tags up, dumped into the corner, 7:25 remaining as they dump around the outside. Back comes Somang. They're going to carry this one out if they can. Try to work their way in on the half board. Somang controls through the neutral zone. Almost a hard hit there in the middle of the ice as Somang carries this in on the outside. Shots are only 8-3 currently right now for Somang. Hard hit into the sideboard. Back comes Somang on the outside. They're going to work it in. This is Eric Stringer backing up. He breaks up this one at 6:40. Bouncing puck control. Somang shoots again. Missed wide to the right-hand side of Neal. Somang trying to find their way in to get back to the point. Long shot of a bunch of legs. Directed away from Neal. He pulls his net back on. As Stringer tried to clear that one, Marcus Forbes knocked this down. Long distance pass up to Emmett Guest. Carried in, waved onside by the linesman as Emmett Guest just outside his reach. Marcus Forbes going off for a long distance change as Hayden Rivette comes on for him. And in comes Somang, 2-on-3, broken up by Rivette. Bouncing puck knocked out to the side, still controlled by Somang inside their zone. Shot wide, Hayden Rivette into the corner. Hits his man hard, knocks him down. Long distance pass, missed by everybody on the way out. Braden Davis gets a change as Ty Wood and Ryan Miracle now come on the ice. As Lance Brown is checked into the corner, in comes Somang, 1-on-3. Not a lot to work with as Neal kicks that one to the outside. Jackson Payne on the far side for the Wranglers as Rivette long distance pass, bouncing puck. Icing waved off as it touched the stick of Ty Wood around the outside. Somang steps in. They're trying to work this in. Jackson Payne tries to get in the way. Has to let up on the stick. It gets tangled up in the feet of the player. Somang player. Somang player can't find the puck as Ryan Miracle knew where it was as Hayden Rivette took a swing. Quick shot. Nice save by Austin Neal as he kicked that high and away. We'll go back and take a look at that instant replay of that last save. As right here, we'll see them work this inside. There was the little miscommunication right there. They're going to walk in. Quick shot high and away. As Neal keeps this 0-0, 5 minutes remaining of the penalty. Yeah, the short person was just using that. I know. Puck shot down as Veal controls this one's going to shoot this one out. Puck is flicked out. Logan Grimbleby now has to chase this one back in behind the net. Got a player on him. He drops for Disher. Disher tried to give it to Sabre. Off the foot of Sabre, now controlled by Disher. He's going to go to your captain. This is David Duggan. He's bumped off the puck, center ice. As Sabre steps up, hits his man on the far side. Somang yelling for an elbow. Grimbleby flicks that one out on the half board. Bouncing puck. This is David Duggan, now a foot race. David Duggan takes a wild jump at that one as he tried to get it to Sabre. Controlled high, bounce up out of play at 4:14.
This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you by Baja Craft Kitchen, inspired by the collective culinary journey of its founders. With a passion for fresh flavors, we offer thoughtfully crafted cuisine and creative cocktails.
Face off, one controlled by Somang, but now turned over and controlled by the Wranglers as Forbes tried to dump that in, hit the referee, and now a turnover. Somang with a long distance pass, long distance offside pass again, and out of play. Face off will take place to the left-hand side of Veal. Lance Brown, Emmett Guest, and Davis on the forward line. Stringer and Forbes on the back end. 4 minutes remaining in the third period. Centerman's tossed out for Somang. Brown steps in for this draw. Face off won by Somang as Brown pushed that one through. Couldn't get a stick on it. Now controlled by Somang. Somang's going to carry this one up over the zone, gain the line. Somang spreads out. Off the leg of Brown into the corner. Bouncing puck, can't control. Now a foot race. This is Davis now, chases down the defenseman. Too many men on the ice. Eventually, hey, here we go, referee. As it was originally called against the Wranglers, but now they finally turn the tables around, and the Wranglers will get a power play at 3:33. I actually think the Somang player fell out of the bench waiting for the change, and he's kind of laughing about it right now. But what a great opportunity here for the Wranglers. Duggan, Garley, Rivette, Sabre, and Grimbleby on PP1. Long shot by Grimbleby. He misses wide as Gavin Garley gets it. He's going to keep it in. He switches with Rivette. Rivette drops back. Garley on the outside. Veal's got to reach out and grab that one at 3:22 remaining of the first period. Face-off will now take place to the left-hand side of Veal. Our right, his left. Duggan's going to step in on the draw. He's got Rivette on the left. Bouncing puck. Duggan did review that as a nice shot in by Grimbleby off the blocker of Veal, and it's knocked away. Sabre backing up on this one as Grimbleby goes back to pick up the puck. He's going to slap this off the back. He's going to slow this one down. 1:30 remaining in the penalty. Dumped back in by Somang. As Neil's going to stop this, Grimmelby's going to reset this one. David Duggan goes wide to the left-hand side. He's got Sabre on the other side. Long dump in. Neil's got to play his own puck. As Rivette's going to wind this one up. He's going to drop this off for Grimbleby. Garley gets a change in. Emmett Guest on the ice along with Ryan Miracle. Rivette's going to work on the outside. He'll skate right through that hit. As Ryan Miracle in behind the net. Rivette's free. Miracle tried a wraparound call. Bouncing puck. I think the net's off. Hard slash. We heard that one up here. As Ryan Miracle on the outside. He's going to dump that one in. Neil Veal knocks that down. Long shot. Oh, just missed by Duggan. As he had a wide open shot. Just missed that wide. Rivette's going to control. He's going to shoot that one nice and low. As Emmett Guest tried to get a stick on that one. Controlled around. Bouncing puck, Rivette keeps that in. He's tripped down. He puts it on the half board. Still battled in as Rivette playing hard on both parts today. Now they clear this out with 15 seconds remaining. What a great opportunity for David Duggan on that one. As an exhausted Hayden Rivette goes off the ice and Lance Brown comes on, along with Davis and Guest. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Brown's going to shoot this one in. Emmett Guest is going to try and beat his man on the half board. Davis picks this puck up into the corner. Goes in behind to Brown. Tried to work it out front. Nobody there. Broken up by Guest. Davis is going to shoot that one off a blocker. Bouncing puck. Disher's going to shoot that one off the post as Theo Disher just about had that one in. Davis tried to clear that off the stick of Somang into the corner. Battling puck, bouncing puck on the half board. 1 minute remaining in the period. It reached out as Neal knocked that one down. Here's Sabre. Now he's going to try and get this one out. Just going to bank it off the glass and give a chase. This is Braden Davis going off. Ryan Miracle holding his face, going off the ice into the bench as Somang comes in. Long shot. Neal's going to hang on to that one. As we'll go back and take a look at that Disher shot. As it just goes back. There's Disher there. There's the shot right off the post. And Veal looked right behind him on that one. As we're at 42.7 seconds, face-off won by Somang. They work around the outside. Try to work it in low. Bouncing puck. Neal reads that, knocks it away. Bouncing puck still controlled. 30 seconds remaining as Somang tries to find their way in. Long shot, tipped wide. As Forbes battles his man on the half board, they try to work this one out. Gavin Garley on the half board, trying to work the puck out. Somang with double support on the half board, still battling. Somang works this out with 10 seconds, looking for their shot, trying to work their way in. Long shot. Neal's going to grab and hang on to that one at 3.3 seconds. Face-off will take place to the right-hand side of Neal. Brown steps in on the draw. He'll be looking to knock this one down and slow it down. Face-off push to the corner. Rivette's going to slow this one down. And as we head to the first intermission, 0-0, Somang and the Wranglers, live from Kingston, Ontario.
This broadcast of the Kingston Wranglers hockey brought to you by YGK Sports Factory is a premier sports training facility located in Kingston, Ontario, Canada. It serves as the home for several training centers, including Realm Academy, Realm Hockey Development Center, Kingston, Extra Innings Baseball, and Back Nine Indoor Golf, among others. This broadcast of the Kingston Wranglers hockey brought to you by HDC Kingston Realm Sports. Hockey Development Center Kingston is the newest state-of-the-art facility brought to Kingston, located at 1325 Centennial Drive. It offers programs to players from U8 to U20. Programs include our skate mill training and total training package, utilizing our 2 skate mills, Fusion Skating Zone, and much, much more. This broadcast of the Kingston Wranglers hockey brought to you by, in their 16th year of hosting tournaments, Realm Sports is proud to offer various spring tournaments for players of all levels in Kingston. Tournaments include our Ontario Prospects D2 and D3 Boys Hockey Challenge, Ontario Prospect Girls Hockey Challenge, Ontario Prospects Ringette Invitational, and the Realm Spring Cup House League Tournament. Register your team today at realmsports.com. This broadcast of the Kingston Wranglers hockey brought to you by TPH. Realm Sports Academy, powered by TPH, is an academy offered to students grades 6 to 12, looking for a holistic approach to academics. The academy offers specialization in sports, including hockey, baseball, softball, and golf. This broadcast of the Kingston Wranglers hockey brought to you by 417 Bus Line, founded in 1958 in Castleman, Ontario, is a bus and charter transportation provider serving the Ottawa region with a large fleet of over 850 vehicles. This broadcast of the Kingston Wranglers hockey brought to you by Realm Sports is a family-centered multi-sport academy located in Kingston, Ontario. They offer a variety of programs, including sports tournaments, spring hockey leagues, teams, and camps designed for different age groups. The organization focuses on providing exciting and educational sports experiences.
Hi, everyone. Bill Newman here, voice of the Kingston Wranglers. I'm here with graduating player number 22, Lance Brown. Now, Lance, your second season here. What has been one of your favorite parts of being a Kingston Wrangler?
Honestly, being back home. I started my
Hi, everyone. Bill Newman here, voice of the Kingston Wranglers. I'm here with graduating player number 22, Lance Brown. Now, Lance, your second season here. What has been one of your favorite parts of being a Kingston Wrangler?
honestly being back home. I started my hockey career in Kingston, and I was playing in Brockville for a little bit. Unfortunate, pretty bad injury to the knee. Came back, gave a text to Ryan. I said, "Hey, do you guys need a guy?" This was last year, and he welcomed me with open arms, and I was super happy to be here and just finish my career where it all started.
So David Duggan alluded to it earlier this season. The captain of the Kingston Wranglers said that you are a big influential player in the dressing room with some of the younger players. What are some of the words of advice that you've given some of the newer players and the first-year players getting into the Kingston Wrangler program?
There's a lot of nerves, obviously starting junior hockey, just kind of finding your way where to fit in. Honestly, just stick to how you play. Don't try to do something you're not good at. And honestly, you'll fit right in. Everyone loves each other here, and we're a pretty good group of guys.
What has been your favorite on-ice moment as a Kingston Wrangler?
I would say the first win last year. I know I came in halfway through the year last year, but that first win, the dressing room was unreal.
What has been your favorite off-ice kind of laughter in the dressing room with the boys?
Again, they would probably go back to that first win. We even had Mage in there, even dancing, so that was a pretty good win.
So what's next for Lance Brown?
Not too sure right now. I've had 6 concussions, so we'll see what the doctors want. But if not, hopefully get behind the bench eventually one day. I work for Realm right now with the kids anyway, so they'd probably, if not coaching, maybe one more year playing junior C somewhere, maybe back home.
Okay, that's great. All right, Bill Newman with graduating player number 22, Lance Brown, and we'll see you on the ice.
Perfect.
Back for the second period. I'm way ahead of myself today. 0-0 here at the ranch. Again, graduation day as we're just getting the Wranglers back on the ice. Somang ready to go. Great first period shots, 12-10 for Somang. Wranglers coming back on. Hope you enjoyed that interview with Lance Brown, one of the graduating players from the Wrangler program this year. And during the second intermission, when we come back from that, we'll have a small chat with Emmett Guest as well. See Lance Brown there around center ice. He's the forward center on this line. Again, great little interview with him. Amhersview native, just down the road here. We're about to get underway here as Neil's scraping up the crease. He's ready to rip. Face off, push through, and won and controlled by Somang. They're going to back up, move, trying to find their way in off a bouncing puck over the head of Theo Disher as he turns to fire this one out, kept in at the line. Bouncing puck as Disher's going to control this one. Moves the puck up to Davis. Davis off a stick, bouncing puck. Lance Brown's going to try and track this one down. He does. Tries to work on the inside. Shot around the outside. This is Emmett Guest now. Gives chase. Bumped into the half board. Still trying to work his way out. He does control. Spins and turns and fires. It goes in behind the net. Now a chase in behind the net. As Lance Brown pushes off to the outside. Somang's going to control. Grimmelby picks this one off, try to dish it in. Here comes Emmett Guest, long shot off the blocker of Veal into the corner. Davis picks this up, he's bumped into the sideboard. Emmett Guest comes back to help as well. Brown changes for Duggan. Somang's coming out, 2-on-2. They have to work to the outside, kept onside. Now they work on the outside, into the feet, bouncing puck. Neal's going to close the door and hang on to that one at 18:53. Hayden, Rivette, and Forbes out on the point. Duggan, Sabre, and Garley up front. Face off one cleanly by David Duggan as Forbes goes to Rivette. Rivette tried to throw that out to Sabre. This is going to be an icing call here in the second period.
This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you by Bar Homes, with 70 years of deeply rooted history in the construction industry of Kingston and the surrounding areas. The Bar family is pleased to help local family create their legacies by sharing our expertise and excellence in building. This Kingston
Face off, one controlled, bouncy puck. Somang shoots off the leg of Hayden Rivette high out of play as Rivette dropped in and blocked that one. Again, something we've talked about all year. Has Coach Majors worked on the players about plugging up that neutral zone shot lane? Last year, Wranglers were dead last in most shots allowed, or first, if you want to call it that, most shots allowed in the league. This year, they are well within the pack, which is a great thing. Also, still Austin Neal facing 1,000 shots since being a Wrangler. Somang tries to control this one out. Bouncing puck. Garley turned it over. He's got Duggan with him. Couldn't find the handle. They work into the corner. Bouncing puck. Duggan shoots wide. Veal completely takes the puck off the moorings, or the net off the moorings. And as we work that out, we'll go to a commercial break, and we'll be right back.
This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you by Haymakers in Kingston refers to Haymakers Urban Kitchen, a family-friendly canteen and catering service located inside the Investia Center.
Face off to the left-hand side of Veal, won by Somang, cleanly into the shot lane. Out comes Somang, they're three wide as Brown gets back as well, tried to knock his player off. Offside, just missed by Somang into the corner. Davis is the front man on this forecheck. Somang's going to control low. They try to get the one out. Hand pass at the call. Face off will come outside at 17:54. Again, thank you so much for joining us here on Black Bear TV, live from the ranch, Kingston, Ontario. Face off one, push through, controlled by the Wranglers as Guest gets a stick on that one, puts it in. Somang trying to back up as Braden Davis chases him into the corner. Nice hard check as Davis works over his man. Somang gets it back in control. Lance Brown steps up on the forecheck. Somang still controls. They're going to turn this one out. Logan Grimbleby now puts it up to Davis. Davis hits his man on the half board. Slapped away at the line by Eric Stringer. Back comes in Somang, trying to find a room there as the Wranglers plug up a shooting lane. Neal kicks that off from the left to the right-hand side. Stick on the ice. That's Logan Grimbleby's stick. Somang tries to work it out. Grimbleby battling his man, knocks down his player middle of the ice. No interference call. Grimbleby finally gets his stick as it's dumped off to Davis. Quick shot off the leg of the Somang defenseman. Captured at the line by Stringer. He shot that, got it right back. Stringer's going to walk in. High shot, bouncing puck, cross-check. Penalty coming up against Somang at 16:49. Power play opportunity for the Wranglers early in the second period. Cross-checking is the call, as there was a great opportunity out front of the net. Lafortino is the call, as Davis took exception to that cross-check, had a few words for him on the way to the box. Linesman couldn't find the puck. David Duggan had to help them out. As your captain steps in on the draw. Rivette, Sabre, and Duggan out there. Grimbleby and Garley on the point. Face off one by Duggan. Long shot off a leg of Hayden Rivette. Hayden Rivette's getting beaten up today by the puck. Nobody's really touched him. Across the middle there as Sabre tried to one-touch that. I think the defenseman almost put that into his own net. Face off to the left-hand side of Duggan. Face off won by Somang. As Sabre tried to keep that one in, he couldn't. The puck goes all the way back. Neal's going to stop this one, get it all set up. The Las Vegas native. As Grimbleby's going to carry this one up through the zone. He's got lots of players on the move. Just off the front of the toes of Duggan. Bouncing puck. Garley couldn't get a stick on that as well. Somang's going to come in short-handed, 1-on-5, basically, as they work around the outside, trying to find an outlet pass. They found a shot, scores. Short-handed goal. As just everybody chased the puck carrier, and they just simply stopped and fired that one in. As we'll see the bouncing puck right here, they carried it in. You'll see it was all broken up in behind the play, and also the puck popped right out into the shooting lane, and everybody's kind of skated by it. There's the shot right there, beat Neal over his right shoulder. And it is 1-0 now for Somang here. Shorthanded goal by Somang. 16:04 remaining of the second period. Still 1:13 remaining. Puck shot in off the foot of Miracle. Miracle, Brown, Davis out there along with Emmett Guest and Theo Disher. Disher's going to carry this puck up, gain the line, goes up to Emmett Guest. BC native's going to carry it on the outside, looking for the outlet pass. They're going to let him walk in a little bit. He fans on the shot, tries to get it back. He's going to chase that one down as Brown's going to pick this one up. He's going to go back to Disher. Couldn't keep it in at the line. Wranglers have to back up with 40 seconds remaining. Disher tried to go to Miracle. It was pitched off. As Davis is now going to pick this up, goes out into the feet of Miracle. He carries in on the outside. Ryan Miracle tries to battle that one in. Quick shot around fan. Davis knocked it down. There it is. As Ryan Miracle had a chance, as Veal's going to gobble this one up with 19 seconds remaining. 15:04 remaining in the period. As we got a little rough tangle up here. Lance Brown getting in there. He's been playing with quite a bit of an edge the last 5 games. Really enjoyed watching Lance Brown play. Ty Wood, Jackson Payne, Aiden Sager now come out. Forbes and Eric Stringer on the point. Payne stepping in on the draw. Saw on the Instagram last week, Jackson Payne was absolutely robbed in the game here on Sunday night. Complete open net. I don't know how the goalie got it, but you can check it out on the Instagram at USPHL Wranglers. Forbes is going to carry this in behind the net. Move it up off the foot of Jackson Payne. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Somang's going to carry this one back as they got a player in behind the play. That's Javanis way back. Aiden Sager's heading to the dressing room. Sorry, Carter Sager. Long shot. Neal's going to knock that one control. Shuts the door. He's going to clear that one himself. As Ty Wood takes a swing at that one, they're going to dump this one in. Marcus Forbes in behind the net to knock this one away. Ty Wood's going to try and get this one out. Knocked down at the line by Somang. Long shot, blockered away by Neal. Sager's going to turn, fired, knocked down by Javanis at the line. They're going to turn and fire this one in. He was going to bring it right in, but Somang was changing. They're on the long change on this one. Nifty little play there by Somang. Going to carry this on the outside. Works the backhand. Neal reads that one. Net's knocked off. Referee hasn't noticed yet. And then once the Wranglers got control, he noticed at 13:48. That was a nifty little move there by Somang walking in. Face-off will take place to the right-hand side of Neal. Jackson Payne stepping in. Ty Wood trying to get a jump on this one. Face-off, one push through. As Ty Wood was interfered with, and Ty Wood just dropped the Somang player. Now they carry this one out. Wranglers get their change in. Somang going for the long dump in. David Duggan Garley out there along with Sabre. Rivette back at the point with Grimbleby. Neal clears his own puck as Sabre going to long dump this one off. David Duggan gets the puck. He's got Garley with him, tried to drop it just past Garley, but Sager's going to grab this one. Long shot, bouncing off the post. As what an opportunity again. As we heard the bouncing ring up here. As Veal misread that one, puck got behind him. There wasn't much, as we'll go take a look at that one. We'll see the long shot. Basically right here, it goes all the way in. Just bounced. Veal missed it off the post. And Duggan tried to slam that one in and couldn't get it in. Still 1-0 for Somang here in the second player. Won by Sabre. Quick shot. Veal's going to hang on to that one as well at 13:05. Again, last home broadcast for the Kingston Wranglers. They have a couple more games on the road than playoffs start. And of course, they're facing Hawkesbury in the first round. That will take place next Saturday at 7:30 in Hawkesbury. Broadcast can be found on Black Bear TV. Puck brought up by Somang. They shoot this into the court, and Hayden Rivette gives chase on the half board. Somang back to the point, trying to find their way in. Bouncing puck. David Duggan knocks it down. Sabre takes a swing, gets it out. Now it's brought in. On the outside, long shot. Off the glove of Neal, off the top of the net. As Hayden Rivette turns, fires, takes a late hit on the far side as the puck is stripped off Garley. Tried for the one-timer, couldn't get it as Sabre's going to push his man offside. Sabre's going to back up to Rivette. Rivette's going to take this right down the middle. He's going to go for a skate. This is the forward playing defense today. Short bench on the D. As Rivette works on the outside, tried to put it out front off the side of the net. As Duggan comes in, bounced off the side as Veal. As the captain from the Wranglers got bumped and Rivette came right in for his captain. But it's the last broadcast of the Kingston Wranglers in the ranch. Face off. Pushed through by Somang. That was Lance Brown taking the draw. As Disher went for the hit, missed that. Now a bouncing puck. This is Forbes chasing his man in the corner. He'll push his man off. Somang controls him behind as Forbes drops his man. Looked right at the referee. No call. Somang tries to peel away from their guy, trying to get a guy free. Long shot, tipped wide. Forbes picks this one up. Gonna turn, fire, get that one out. Emmett Guest cross the middle, bumps his man. Brown now picks up the puck, slashes his man down. No call by the official as the puck comes back. Disher to Forbes. Forbes to Guest. Guest is going to one-touch this in, take a bump into the corner. 11:30 remaining in the second period. Lance Brown the forecheck. Turns, fires off the side pad of Veal. As a captain at the line, this is Disher, tries to work it low. He does to Brown. Brown tried to work it out, couldn't. Bouncing puck, he's going to back up. Flick pass, bouncing puck. Somang 2-on-3. Long shot off the top of the blocker and high out of play at 11:06. 1-0 here for Somang. Live from the ranch. Live on Black Bear TV. Again, thank you so much for joining us here on a Wednesday afternoon, 1:30 game. Face off, won by Somang and controlled. Somang working around the outside as Sager, Jackson, and Miracle up front. Cross the middle, broken up by Stringer. Somang still controls, trying to walk in low, trying to find their way in. Long shot. Neal's going to tip that one away and almost hits Grandpa McAndrew up in the crowd. That's Chase McAndrew's number 25 for Somang's grandfather. Chase McAndrew, of course, playing his second game with Somang. Grandpa wanted to come down, check it out, see what it was all about. Joining us up here, had a great chat with him before the game. I know. Face off, one controlled by Somang. They're going to shoot this round to the outside. Bouncing puck controlled. David Duggan now tries to go behind the nets, knocked down by Somang. Grimbleby now battles his man on the half board, drops his man. Your captain, David Duggan, has the puck. He's looking around to get this one out. Duggan goes in behind the net to Eric Stringer. Stringer's going to put this one up, misses Garley. We're coming up on the halfway mark of the second period. Little battle here at the line as Grimbleby and number 88 for Somang get tangled up. Face-off was tipped out of play there by Austin Neal. They opt for the left-handed face-off as Forbes and Rivette now come out, and the graduation line of Brown, Guest, and Davis. Brown stepping in on the draw. He's going to win, push this one through. Somang can't keep it in. Now they just dump it in, and they have to change. 10 minutes remaining in the second period. We're now halfway through. Backhanded shot on the half board works its way into the corner. Lance Brown puts this up to Rivette, right back to Brown. Puck just gets out as Guest is going to push through his man as he's given support by Brown. Brown goes across to Davis, just missed him as he slaps that into the corner. Brown picks this one up. Oh, couldn't find a handle on that one. And they push around the outside. Marcus Forbes tried to back that in deep, got knocked down by Somang. They're going to carry this around the outside. Long distance shot, miscue by Somang. Back to Rivette. Rivette one-handed up to Davis. Lance Brown on the forecheck. Fan shot, almost knocked away by Carter Sager. As icing is the call.
This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you by Union Kitchen and Cocktails on Princess Street is your one and only spot for handcrafted cocktails, artisan pizza, handmade pasta, and fresh starters. There is something delicious for everyone.
Face off, pushed through by the Wranglers, but controlled by Somang. This is Disher now, turns, fires. Miracle can't play that one. He was offside as Logan Grimbleby moves this one up. Puck bounces right to Ty Wood, who gives it off to Disher. Disher can't find the correct handle on that one's going to turn, fire, now a foot race. Neal's got to play this one. Goes over to Wood. That's Ty Wood. Blake Wood not in the lineup tonight, or this afternoon, I guess. As Miracle's bumped off the puck at center ice. Somang drops back, tries to reset. 8:30 remaining. Long distance shot. Picked off by Ty Wood and dumped into the corner. Somang goes behind their net to regroup as they now bring this one out. Somang's going to control this one. Shots are 12-10. Sorry, that was the first period. Shots are 19-18 for Somang here in the second period. Controlled back out, dumped back in by Somang. Grimbleby is going to control this one. Long shot. Knocked down at the line by Carter Sager. Long distance shot. Couldn't play that one. Icing is negated on that one. Not sure why. As Grimbleby clears that one. As Garley let that one go. Now David Duggan on the forecheck. Long tip in. Grimbleby couldn't knock that one in. Now a foot race into the corner. Grimbleby behind the net. Goes left, right behind Neal. Slapped into the corner. Now a foot race. This is Theo Disher into the corner. He's going to battle his man. Grimbleby's going to step in. He's bumped. He controls, goes in behind the net. Gavin Garley tries to get this one out, puts it down the half board. Nobody touches it. Nice tip and save by Neal as the Somang player left out front all by himself. Puck moved up to Sager. He's going to step to the neutral zone. Shot high out of play as we'll go back and take a look at that save that Neal just made. Somang player hiding in behind the defense of the Wranglers. You'll see it right there. There it is there. There's the tip and the save by Neal as he kicks that off the side and keeps it a 1-goal game. Brown, Guest, and Davis up front. Rivette and Eric Stringer on the point on this line. Somang's bringing this out. 2-on-1. Now it's a 1-on-1 as Hayden Rivette backs up. Somang turns and has to regroup. Controlled by Rivette. Rivette puts this up to Brown. Brown moves down on the outside, cuts through the middle. Long shot off a stick, high and wide. Hammers his man into the corner. Bouncing puck high off the glass and out of play. 6:32 remaining. Lance Brown steps in, going the I formation here with Emmett Guest behind him. Rivette in behind him, and on the far side, Davis still. Kicked out to Davis, shoots low. Veal had to direct that one to the side. Somang now controls. Kept on the line by Stringer, long shot. Veal struggled to keep that one away, was high and wide though. Rivette steps up his man at the blue line, bouncing puck controlled by Guest. Somang now carries this in 1-on-1, quick shot. Oh, it handcuffed Neal, but he knocked it away. Rivette's going to carry this one now. Again, defense playing, or forward playing defense. He's going to carry that up. Nifty little move by Rivette again as he kicked that through. Bouncing puck, and Veal's going to hang on to that one at 5:58 remaining. Face-off will take place the left-hand side of Veal. Miracle, Payne, Ty Wood up front, Forbes and Grimbleby on the point. 1-0 Somang here at the ranch Wednesday afternoon. Face off, won by Somang. They're going to shoot this one around as fast as they can. Bouncing puck. Somang's coming in, 2-on-1. Grimbleby back, quick shot, high and away. Somang player blew a tire behind the play, wiped out. Ryan Miracle's going to negate this icing as they try to work it out front. Grimbleby's going to step up, beats his player there. Back the other way. Almost a 3-on-1 back the other way. Grimbleby's back, a 1-on-1 battle. Off a foot, high at a play. Neal steers that to the side. Tried to work that one in, bouncing puck. Neal drops down and protects the puck. Back comes Ryan Miracle, who's leading Payne and Ty Wood in. He's going to dump and chase this one as he's interfered with, no call. Work it out front. Here's Ty Wood, quick shot. Veal kicked that to the left. 5 minutes remaining of the second period. Tip puck, Grimbleby's got to get back. He does. Garley couldn't find a handle on that one. He gets it back. Nice little through the leg play there by Duggan. Garley to the outside, can't find it. There's Duggan as the net's knocked off and kept high at a play. No change by Somang. Face-off will take place to the right-hand side of Veal. Duggan still out there. Rivette, Sabre, Garley. Sabre with a quick shot, misses wide. Theo Disher has to hurry and bank this one back in. No Wranglers on that side. Somang trying to find their way out. As Duggan almost got a handle on it, here comes Somang. 2-on-3, odd man rush, drop pass, broken up by Rivette. Kept control by Somang as they work this one in low. Somang trying to find their way in, broken up by David Duggan. Right back to Sabre here. Sabre alone. He tries to work it in as he's pushed off that puck. What a great chance for him. Great heads-up play by David Duggan as Garley hits his player here. Somang player blows a tire, goes back the other way as they try to work it out front. Hayden Rivette battles in behind the net. Comes away with the puck. He's going to take a step, protect the puck. He's going to get ahead of steam. Here comes Hayden Rivette, cuts through the neutral zone again. Forward playing defense. He's going to walk in, stutter step, quick shot. Veal's going to hang on to that one. As we'll go back and take a look at Steven Sabre's opportunity. As there was a great play right there by David Duggan. You see him take a side step. There's Sabre. Sabre's away And he's easily caught right before the play there. Can't get it in. And kicked away by Veal. Quick shot there by Davis. Can't get it in. 3:40 remaining. Somang comes in wide, 4 wide through the neutral zone. Quick shot. Neal directs that into the corner. 3.5 minutes remaining. Broken up by Davis on the half board. He's got to chase his own rebound. Bouncing puck, shot into the corner. They tried to work it outside. Guess is going to knock this one down. He's going to get this one out. Icing is going to be the call on this one. At 3:15 remaining.
This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you by the Merchant Tap House. Our historic building houses a unique, laid-back, and comfortable dining experience with one of the largest outdoor patios in town.
Again, throughout the entire season, our wonderful sponsors been playing their commercials all year long. Thank you so much for your continued support throughout the entire season. Face-off moved up. This is Emmett Guest. Tries to work it across the neutral zone. He can't. As Somang's going to carry this one in through the feet. Hauled down by Lance Brown. No call. As they try to carry this one in. Somang backing up, trying to find their way to grab the puck and control this in. Somang has to back all the way up in behind the net, left to right behind Veal. As they engage their little slingshot move here, Somang on the outside, broken up by Lance Brown. Lance Brown battles his man. He's hit hard into the corner. They try to work this out. 2 sticks in the hand by Lance Brown as he come away with 2 sticks there. Again, Lance Brown playing with some feistiness here the last 5 games. Ever since the Christmas break, really. Somang tries to work it off a foot, broken up by Jackson Payne. He's got Emma Guest with him, couldn't get the puck to him. Lots of Somang players back. Bouncing puck. Payne tries to control that, can't find it. They go high off the glass. Stringer battles his man as the assistant captain, Logan Grimbleby, steps up. Jackson Payne puts it behind his back into the corner. Ryan Miracle was charging after that, but Ty Wood was changing, so they had to regroup and tag up. Payne, Miracle, and Wood on the ice. Rivette and Forbes on as Jackson Payne changes. Garley comes out for him. Rivette's going to dump this up. Ryan Miracle's got ahead of steam on the far side. Caught Somang changing. Drop pass. Quick shot as Ty Wood just missed the net. Hayden Rivette steps in, blows a tire on the half board. They keep it in, still battles his man. Now a foot race. Hayden Rivette gets back in time, puts it over to Marcus Forbes. Forbes back to Rivette. 1:20 remaining of the second period. Wood puts it up to Garley. Garley, nice little move there, steps inside. Garley pushes his way through, battles his man as Wood changes off for Sabre. In comes Miracle to help out, trying to find the open pass. He finds Hayden Rivette, goes across to Forbes. Forbes has to put it into the corner. Now foot race into the corner. As Sabre can't get this one out as well. Bouncing puck. Off a stick into the corner. David Duggan now tries to put it back to Rivette. Rivette turned fire. Bouncing puck almost got through on Veal as Garley tried to get that puck loose. And it's knocked down. 40 seconds remaining in the second period. 1-0 Somang here at the ranch. Garley's going to get a change in here as Guest is going to come out. We got Duggan, Sabre, and Guest up on the forward line. Disher and Grimbleby on the point. Face off, push through, quick shot. Oh, bouncing puck as Guest was right there. Veal took a swing at him as Grimbleby's going to walk right in, shoot high into the chest of Veal at 31 seconds remaining. Hard shot after the whistle as Guest was just standing there, and 14 from Somang dropped Guest. Not sure what that was all about as Guest was just standing there. As you'll see the whistle, see Guest just stands there. In comes 14. He just skates up and just knocks Guest to the ice. But the Wranglers will take the power play. As the face-off will take place to the right-hand side of Veal. 5 forwards on the ice for the Wranglers. Back to Brown, over to Guest. Guest is going to drop this one in. Great opportunity for Majors, but all 5 forwards out. Top scorers basically for the Wranglers. Puck is shot all the way down, and we'll have to reset this.
This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you by Michael P. Lee, providing insurance services in Kingston, Ontario. They offer a variety of insurance types, including auto, home, and life insurance, located in the historical downtown Kingston.
Face off won by David Duggan, controlled by Somang, kept at the line by Sabre. Steps around his man, works it in low to Guest. All 5 Wranglers going to the net on this one. 10 seconds remaining as it just squeaks out. With 1:30 remaining in the penalty, and we're at the end of the second period. 1-0 for Somang as Veal easily handles that long-distance shot out of play. And at the end of the second period, 1-0 for Somang. And we'll head to the second intermission. Shots on net. 25 for the Kingston Wranglers, 22 for Somang. And we will catch you for the third period.
Hi, everyone. Bill Newman here, boys.
Kingston, extra innings baseball, and back 9 indoor golf, among others. This broadcast of the Kingston Wranglers hockey brought to you by HDC Kingston Realm Sports. Hockey Development Center Kingston is the newest state-of-the-art facility brought to Kingston, located at 1325 Centennial Drive. It offers programs to players from U8 to U20. Programs include our skate mill training and total training package, utilizing our 2 skate mills, Fusion Skating Zone, and much, much more. This broadcast of the Kingston Wranglers hockey brought to you by, in their 16th year of hosting tournaments, Realm Sports is proud to offer various spring tournaments for players of all levels in Kingston. Tournaments include our Ontario Prospects D2 and D3 Boys Hockey Challenge, Ontario Prospect Girls Hockey Challenge, Ontario Prospects Ringette Invitational, and the Realm Spring Cup House League Tournament. Register your team today at realmsports.com. This broadcast of the Kingston Wranglers hockey brought to you by TPH. Realm Sports Academy, powered by TPH, is an academy offered to students grades 6 to 12, looking for a holistic approach to academics. The academy offers specialization in sports, including hockey, baseball, softball, and golf. This broadcast of the Kingston Wranglers hockey brought to you by 417 Bus Line, founded in 1958 in Castleman, Ontario, is a bus and charter transportation provider serving the Ottawa region with a large fleet of over 850 vehicles. This broadcast of the Kingston Wranglers hockey brought to you by Realm Sports is a family-centered multi-sport academy located in Kingston, Ontario. They offer a variety of programs, including sports tournaments, spring hockey leagues, teams, and camps designed for different age groups. The organization focuses on providing exciting and educational sports experiences.
Bill Newman here with number 27, Emmett Guest, another graduating player with Kingston Wranglers. Emmett, you've had a great season here. You're all the way from BC, third furthest away player, by the way. So tell me, how have you found your time here with the Kingston Wranglers?
It's been a great time. The facility is great. The practices are pretty good. The coaches are good. Yeah.
Right on. So what's next for you?
I'm planning to play at college hockey next year somewhere. I'm not sure yet.
Okay, Ontario, BC?
Ontario, most likely, or BC.
What has been your favorite on-ice kind of event with the Kingston Wranglers?
The skating with the kids after the game the other day.
Yeah, our favorite part obviously was the 4-goal performance that you had earlier this year. And what has been your favorite thing kind of off the ice with the Kingston Wranglers?
The facility and the golf simulator.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
So what has been, if you had a player that was coming here, what kind of advice would you give them about checking out the Kingston Wrangler program?
To check out the facilities and talk to the coaches because they're great guys.
Excellent. Okay, well, Bill Newman here with Showtime, number 27, Emmett Guest, and we'll catch you here during the third period.
I know. And we're back for the third period. Shots 25-22 for the Wranglers. As the Wranglers starting off the period on the power play, drop pass from Sabre to Grimbleby. Grimbleby's going to dump this one and bouncing puck. Somang's going to turn, fire this down, and Neal's going to slow this down for the captain. David Duggan, Sabre, Garley, and Rivette up front. As Grimbleby almost falls down, chased in behind the net, he's going to put this one up to Sabre. Sabre's going to cross the ice up to David Duggan. Couldn't handle the pass through his feet. Now bouncing puck. Neal had to control that, shoot into the corner. Somang already with a short-handed goal today. As they work it through the neutral zone. This is Garley on the outside. Tries to step through his man. He does. Works on the outside. Veal's going to grab this one in 19:09 to the third period. 1-0 for Somang. As the power play unit 2 comes out, Guest, Brown, Davis. Ryan Miracle's going to drop back on the point along with Theo Disher. Face off, won by Brown. Guest is going to control the half board. Tried to find his way out, couldn't. Now a race. Brown is trying to keep that in. He does, works it in low. Off the foot of Miracle. Miracle's going to try and battle his man in the corner. He's dropped. Miracle drops his man as he's hit high. As Left Fortune was looking for it from Miracle. I don't think he wants some of that. Ryan Miracle fought earlier this year and pretty much dominated his man. Great defensive play there by the Somang defenseman. As Brown steps up, keeps it in. They're still battling their half man. Now we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Somang player in behind the play, negates the icing. They work it out. Neal saves 2. As Guess is going to round this one out, try to get it out. He's bumped off the puck. Miracle tries to get this one out as well. Bouncing puck into the corner. Somang goes left to right behind Neal, back to the point. This is MacArthur, bouncing puck again, shot wide left of the net. Neal's going to shut the door and hang on to that one at 18:03. Ryan Miracle with a great exchange with the defenseman from Somang in the corner. We saw Ryan Miracle get up high and Ryan can retaliate when he wants to. And he dropped that Somang defenseman quick. No call by the officials. He's letting them play today. Kind of nice to see late in the season. Face off, won by Jackson Payne into the corner, bouncing puck. Forbes also battles his man, shot around the outside. This is Sager. Now gets it out, dumped in by Jackson Payne, shoots it into the net, into the bench of Somang. Carter Sager out there on the forward line, Jackson Payne and Ty Wood, Forbes and Eric Stringer on the ice. 17:49, third period, 1-0 for Somang. Bouncing puck, one controlled. Ty Wood dumps this one in, icing waved off. Ty Wood will be the aggressor on this forecheck. Broken up at the side by Carter Sager. Somang does get control, can't get this one out. Jackson Payne keeps it at the line. Bouncing puck as Carter Sager tried to control that, slapped off a stick. Now foot race back the other way. Aaron Stringer trying to get back. Neal's going to knock that one down as Stringer drops his man in the corner. Shot into the neutrals, out the shooting lane, knocked away. Bouncing puck. This is McAndrew, works around the outside. Carter Sager now controls. He's 1-on-3. He'll gain the line, probably dump this in. He does. There it is. Right on to Veal. He tries to battle his man through, gets the whistle. Great forecheck there by Carter Sager. Lots of words in French out there. Not sure what's being said. David Duggan steps in on the draw, face-off, pushed through, one by Somang. Barron tries to control this one, gets it out. Rivette's going to take a swing at that one, knocks it down. Somang does control, 3-on-2, back the other way. Off the leg, a Saber into the corner. Saber goes high off the glass, kept it at the line. Bouncing puck, still controlled by Somang. Backhand pass, tip. Neal knocks that one down. Oh, very quick whistle. Wranglers will take it. Neal had it anyways. We'll go back and take a quick peek at that as you saw the bouncing puck. There's Neal right there. He sees that pass coming across. There's the dump in. There's the tip. Neal reads it, knocks it down, and keeps it 1-0. Duggan stepping in on the draw. Face off, won by Somang. Long shot off a leg into the half board. Foot race here. Grimbleby's going to hammer this one off. Now an icing race. Won and controlled by Somang.
This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you by Michael P. Lee, providing insurance services in Kingston, Ontario. They offer a variety of insurance types, including auto, home, and life insurance, located in the historical downtown Kingston.
Face-off was won by Somang. Shot wide as Duggan shot head first into the boards. As hard play as Neal also down. He's got a player on him. Rivette and Duggan drag off the player laying on Neal. Wranglers were having none of that. As the smaller player there from Somang probably did want to grab a hold of Hayden Rivette. Knocked down high stick. Not signaled by either official. Couple of Hayden Rivette's highlights on Instagram. Again, check those out at USPHL Wranglers. Now up to Lance Brown, a long distance shot via great opportunity for Emma Guest. Just couldn't find a handle on that. Great shot by Lance Brown. Somang back the other way. Lance Brown's going to cut this one off his foot. He's going to go shoulder to shoulder with the Somang player. Controlled, flipped out. Guest knocked it down, lost his footing. Now gets the puck right back. BC native knocks on the half board. Forward check by Davis. Grimbleby's going to change off for Forbes in the back end. Somang's going to dump this one up, but Theo Disher back as well. Long shot. Neal kicks that one off the side, high up out of play. Is that bottom plug in all the way? Is the bottom one down plugged in all the way? Yeah, okay. Well, I just see it go turn black every once in a while. It scares me. It's all good. Randy Steadyhand, cameraman, technical director. As Somang controls in behind the net, there's a stick 45 feet that actually went out of play. I'm not sure how that wasn't called by the official. Doesn't matter if it's a hang on of a stick or not. It's not going to play. It went up in behind the meshes. Jackson Payne standing on the ice as the referees tell him to hang on to the stick. As a Majors is screaming at the referee right now is, again, one of the... I used to be a referee and doing junior A, and that was a classic call by Aiden Robinson. We used to call it the one lifts chuck, and he used to do it right to the ceiling. He got called for that every time. Shout out to Aiden Robinson, broadcaster down on the East Coast. Aiden Robinson, a former product of the GMHL Northumberland Stars, now live broadcaster on the East Coast, does a plethora of games down there. Great kid, and he was a defenseman, and he used to send sticks right into the ceiling every time. That's a penalty for interference all day long. But no call by the official here. Somang wins the draw, puts it in behind the net. They try to work it outside. Somang turns, fires, tips high and wide, out of play at 14:30. Face-off will take place the left-hand side of Neil as your captain. David Duggan steps in on the draw. Backhand one, controlled by Theo Disher. Tries to work it up. Can't. Bouncing puck. Now Garley chases this one. As they go back, give and go. Back to Eric Stringer. He kind of fanned on that shot. He gets right back into the play, though. As Sabres bounced off the puck, as David Duggan also comes in, takes a cross-check, battles his man. Forbes also steps in. Some feistiness starting in the corner there as David Duggan comes out, bumps his man. Somang long-distance shot, blocker saved by Neil. David Duggan throwing the weight around as the two captains battle for the puck. Puck out by Somang, no call, as that was out. Somang caught in a bad change as Sabre missed that assignment. Broken up by Davis as Hayden Rivette back picks this puck up. Lance Brown takes a hack, brings it. Oh, nifty little move there by Lance Brown. Nice shot. Backhanded shot by Lance Brown. Guest bumped off the puck as he battles his man. Somang now controls. Long distance shot, one-on-one now. This is Varshaw against Rivette. Rivette wins this one-on-one, breaks it up as they work it back into the zone. Back into the shooting lane. Long shot, blocked. Davis. As Brown and the Somang players still behind the net exchanging shots. Large shot, long shot, high and way on Neil. 12:43 remaining. Lots of shots by Somang. Nothing's hitting the net, though. Now they get it out. Brown's going to get his change in finally. And Ryan Miracle comes on for him. Long distance shot. Neil tried to knock that one down. Can't. Eric Stringer tries to go on the half board. As Carter Sagers hit hard into the boards. Hayden Rivette on the half board's going to try and get the puck. Couldn't get there in time as Ryan Miracle also comes back to help out. They're going to battle in the corner. Hayden Rivette's going to come away with the puck. Some rough stuff still behind. As Rivette's going to carry this one up. He works on the outside. Hayden Rivette's got a step. Kicks off the side of the net. There it is. Oh, as that was Carter Sager. Didn't have a chance on that one. As Rivette is back and picks up the puck already. Gives the puck off to Grimbleby. Carter Sager missed that one. Bouncing puck. Somang's going to regroup back in the zone. Picked off. Here comes Sager. The Miracle off his foot, couldn't control. As Somang now carries this out. 3-on-2, back the other way. Disher forces his man to the outside. Nice save by Neal. Kicks that off. Ryan Miracle is going to go for a skate behind the net. Long distance pass. Off a foot. And icing is the call. We'll go back and take a look at that great opportunity as they worked it in behind the net. You'll see Rivette with the big jump right there. He's going to walk in off the side net, gets it right back, was right out the middle, and there's the shot there that Sager couldn't get a handle on right away. And 1-0 still for Somang. Quick shot off the foot of Grimbleby in the corner. Bouncing puck, knocked down. Somang still controls as they work it through the neutral zone. Into the shooting lane. Turnover. Here goes Jackson Payne. He's going to carry this one up. He's 1-on-3. Just kind of letting the Wranglers get their change in. They do as Garley and Duggan now come out. Long shot. Bouncing puck missed by Disher as Grimbleby picks up the shooter in the lane. Now a race onto the half board. Grimbleby grabs his man. No call on that one either. Referees letting them play on a Wednesday afternoon. You must be in a hurry to get out of here. Whopper Wednesday on a Burger King. No free ad read. Oh, the refs are trying to keep this thing going. They're letting a lot go. One nothing game. I guess he doesn't really want to get involved, which is good. David Duggan now taking the draws out there with Garley and Saber. Face off one. Hayden Rivette goes down the low board. Garley knocks down. He's going to control this. This is Gavin Garley on the outside. Bouncing puck. Saber can't get to it. Back comes Somang. 1-on-3. Now it's 3-on-3 as David Duggan also back. Saber bumps his man off the puck. Saber's hit again. As Forbes pushes his way through, kicks it up to Rivette. Rivette goes behind his back. Up to Garley, avoids the check. Here comes David Duggan, your captain. He's going to put this one through as Saber works his way into the corner. Puck stripped away from Saber. And back comes Somang. Controlled back around. Nice turnaround play by Marcus Forbes, but Garley couldn't find the handle on it. Garley's going to go off the end of his change there. As Davis steps out, long distance pass. Emma Guest couldn't control that one. Icing is the call at 9:33. Again, the last home broadcast of the Kingston Wranglers here at the ranch. Another fantastic season. Thank you so much to all the fans, the sponsors for allowing us into your home for every home broadcast. It's been another great season. It's been fun being around the boys. As a face-off, won and controlled by Somang. They're going to work this in low, try to find their way. Quick shot off a leg and out of play at 9:26 remaining of the third period. 1-0 Somang. Shots now 31-26 for Somang. Long shot, bouncing puck. Again, thank you so much for joining us here on the live stream. Bouncing puck controlled. Somang, Neal with a nice save off to the side. Bouncing puck still controlled. As now they work this one out. Nice turnover puck. They're going to chase this one down in behind the net. Now turned over by the Wranglers. This is Emma Guest now tries to work it out right through the paint. Nobody touches that one. Marcus Forbes now long distance shot off a leg. Hayden Rivette's going to control him back up. Long distance pass as everybody tags up. Lance Brown with a long shot. Veal blockers that into the corner. Flicked out, knocked down. Hayden Rivette's able to get away. He's got to wait for the tag up. Nice little move there by Hayden Rivette. Give and go and turn. Again, forward playing defense. Nice little toe drag by Hayden Rivette. He's going to control this one all the way in. Bouncing puck and controlled back the other way. Ty Wood now tries to hammer this one in. As a change by the Wranglers, as Eric Stringer now comes out with a head of steam. He's able to get a reaction out of the Somang player and broke that one up. Battle into the corners. Ryan Miracle drops his player. Quick shot. And Neil's going to hang on to that one with 8 minutes remaining of the third period. 1-0 for Somang. Face-off will take place to the right-hand side of Neil. Our left, Neil's right. Face-off. Pushed back by Miracle into the corner. Logan Grimbleby battles his man. Bouncing puck. Miracle now gets the puck. Circles away from his man. Goes in behind the net. Eric Stringer's got to come back, but it's picked up by Ty Wood. Glenn Blakewood not in the lineup tonight. Long distance pass. One touch off the foot of the linesman. He's going to slow this one down as this is Barron for Somang. Puts it up. Long shot. Neil's going to grab that one and hang on to it at 7:31. Change by both teams here. Midway, just over the midway point of the third period. Garley, Saber, and Duggan up front. Grimbleby and Eric Stringer on the point. Logan Grimbleby now controls in behind the net. He's going to hammer this one around the outside. Bouncing puck as Garley's knocked to the ice. Long distance shot, now a foot race as David Duggan chases this one back. Garley on the forward check as Duggan gets back, trying to break that one up. Icing will be the call here at 7:04 remaining of the third period. Wranglers now going with David Duggan, Garley, Saber, Rivette, and Theo Disher on the point. Face off one cleanly by David Duggan. Rivette's got to go low on the half board. He didn't have a lot of options on that as Duggan comes in to help out. Saber's got to go back to Rivette. Rivette's just got to backhand this one in. Can't. Forward check now as Saber runs into his player. Hayden Rivette's going to step in off the line, battle his man on the half board. Put out as Somang tries to get this one out. Now they do. 2-on-1 on the outside as Saber rushes back to break that one up. But Theo Disher took care of the player in the corner. Duggan now goes in behind his back to Disher over to Rivette. Rivette's going to carry this one up. Look for the outlet pass. He finds Garley. Bouncing puck. Hits a bunch of legs and turned over. Here comes Guest through the neutral zone. Squamish, BC native loses a foot. He drops and now turns back the other way. Wranglers complete their change, dump in. Somang goes back to the point, long shot, bouncing puck, knocked out. It's a high stick, as that would have been no goal anyways, as the referee called the high stick on that one at 6:06 of the third period. Again, an odd Wednesday afternoon game here for the Wranglers. Face off will come out just outside the neutral zone in front of the Wranglers bench. Again, thank you so much for joining us here on Black Bear TV. Proud member of the USPHL. Backhanded shot. Grimbleby picks this one up. He's got Forbes. Forbes tries to find Jackson Payne. He can't. Now backed up. This is Somang trying to work it out. Work it up to Vachon. Ryan Miracle loses his stick and he drops down the Somang player as he gets his stick as Neil with it slides across and grabs that one. As Neil read that one right to the end and had to get across in a hurry and then close the 5-hole as they tried to slide that one in right there. Take a look right here as they tried to work it in. There's Neil getting across quick and stopping that one. 5:44 remaining in the third period. Face off, pushed through, won by the Wranglers. Out comes Carter Sager, tried to go through the feet. He couldn't. Grimbleby couldn't get a stick on that one. And now Forbes goes back. Carter Sager in the corner. He's helped by Logan Grimbleby. They battle on the half board. Wranglers come out with this one. Off a foot, turn right back over. Somang's trying to control and get set up. Sager bumps his man into the corner. Puck shot around. This is Forbes. Forbes backhands off the glass, bouncing puck all the way down to the Somang end. Somang regroups, long distance pass. They're trying to get a change in as one of the Somang players come off the ice limping. That was Barron. Long distance shot, missed everybody. Icing is the call at 4:55. Face-off will take place to the right-hand side of Veal. Duggan, Garley, Saber up front. Eric Stringer and Rivette on the point. Somang player gets kicked out for Mr. Jumpy Toes on the far side. Wisconsin loves some of the nicknames I give out here sometimes. As Rivette spins away from his man, he's got to stop, dump this one in. As Saber wasn't onside. Captain David Duggan on the forecheck here. Long distance shot by Somang. They're going to knock this one down. Now a 3-on-2. Broken up by Hayden Rivette. He's back the other way. He's got Garley and Saber with him. Long shot. Rivette, nice slow shot. Comes right back to him as he tried to get it back inside. Quick shot out front by Saber. Bouncing puck as Stringer's going to keep that one in, but he's got to back up quick as two Somang players were behind him. David Duggan now back, picks up the puck as we're crossing the 4:10 mark remaining in the third period. Here comes your captain, David Duggan. He's going to carry this one through the neutral zone. Drop pass outside the line as he's hit by two Somang players. Rivette goes low to Garley. Turn right back over. Here comes Somang. They're going to work on the outside. Jackson Payne gets a stick on that as David Duggan bumps his man. Shot out on the outside. Rivette's going to one-touch this one in. Garley's going to bring it back into his own zone. That'll negate the offside. Garley hits his man into the boards, throws him hard into the boards. Again, no call by the official. The Somang player on the ice, as that was a hard hit on the half board. Somang player gets up as he was worked over pretty good in front of the Wrangler bench, as the Wranglers not letting Somang skate around at all. Face off will go out to the neutral zone. Whistle was blown down for the Somang injured player. Jackson Payne stays on the ice with Ryan Miracle and Ty Wood. Miracle's going to step in on the draw. Face off, push through, one by Ryan Miracle, controlled. Ty Wood takes a swing at this one. Ryan Miracle's hit by another high stick. No call. Miracle's going to skate this one into the corner. He's going to try to get that one around. It got picked off by Somang. He's going to hit the player off. It couldn't get him off. It's going to turn and drop a pass. Forbes battles his man low in the corner. They try to work it around. 3:10 remaining of the third period. Marcus Forbes on his man, trying to battle him off as he forces him behind the net. Somang now finds an opening, shot off the side of the net. 3 minutes remaining. Ty Wood's going to grab this one, back away, look for the outlet pass. He's up to Jackson Payne. Jackson Payne dumps it in. The line gets their change in. Full change by the Wranglers as Guest, Brown, and Davis come out on the forward line. Rivette and Grimbleby on the point. Somang comes in 5 wide, long shot. Neal knocks that one down as huge battle at the side of the net as Lance Brown and Grimbleby cornered off the one Somang player and shoved him behind the net with authority. Linesman having some words there with Grimbleby. Lance Brown will step in on the draw. He's out there now with Guest and Davis up front. Face off, one by Brown, back to Grimbleby. 2.5 minutes remaining in the third period. Long distance shot, high stick, bouncing puck. It's onside for Guest, but it's a 1-on-3 as Guest just lost a handle on that one. Bouncing puck kept at the line. Lance Brown forces his way through, battles off 2 Somang players as he grabs him by the jersey and just yanks on him. back the opposite way. Here comes Grimbleby. He picked that one off. He's going to carry this one in. Logan Grimbleby, long shot, just misses wide, bouncing puck. Here's Emmett Guest looking for the outlet pass. Again, bouncing puck. Nobody get a handle on that one. Everybody's kicking it. Now Ryan Miracle gets control, works into the corner. Goes in behind it. Emmett Guest got away on him as Veal tried to grab that one. Bouncing puck. Grimbleby missed this one as Disher's trying to catch up. Long shot, misses wide. 1:45 remaining in the third. Davis has to get back to, oh, nice backdoor passes. That was Chase MacArthur. Or McAndrews, sorry. Again, his second game by the Somang. As it shot into the feet of the Wrangler bench during their change, they were screaming for too many men as Hayden Rivette's going to step up on this one. He's going to control this one in. Going to spin away from his man, back to Guest. Guest, long shot, misses wide. We'll be watching Neil heading to the bench for the extra attacker. As Forbes now out here as well on the point as Guest spins away from his man. David Duggan, there goes Neil to the bench as Logan Brown is the sixth attacker. Long shot off a leg, bouncing puck. Rivette kept it in at the line, so did Brown as they work it in low. 6 men on the ice. Here's your captain. Quick shot off a leg into the corner. They try to clear that one. Oh, it just got out as Forbes can't get a handle on that, but Rivette's going to control this one. Guest goes across neutral as he is absolutely hammered. No interference call on that one as Guest holding his face going to the bench. Long distance shot missed by Somang. That's icing as they finally called that one. As no linesman is watching the bench. They're saying that's not an icing apparently. Timeout will be the call for the Wranglers. We'll go to a commercial. We'll be right back.
This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you by Michael P. Lee, providing insurance services in Kingston, Ontario. They offer a variety of insurance types, including auto, home, and life insurance, located in the historical downtown Kingston.
This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you by Baja Craft Kitchen, inspired by the collective culinary journey of its founders. With a passion for fresh flavors, we offer thoughtfully crafted cuisine and creative cocktails.
30 seconds remaining. Neil goes back to the net. Duggan, Guest, Davis, Sabre, and Rivette on the ice. 1-0 Somang, 30 seconds on the negated icing. We're going center ice. We'll watch for Neil heading straight to the bench. We'll probably watch Lance Brown come on as Guest gains the line. As again, another interference call by Guest. Nobody hits him. Icing waved off as Rivette goes back. Neil's going to go off the rush. There he goes. As Rivette's going to carry this one up to Guest. Lance Brown comes on the ice. They try to carry this one in. Sabre's going to try and get on the net. Oh, nice play by Davis. Everybody's pinching. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Sabre's going to turn, fire low. Oh, knocked off to the side. And that will wrap up the live final broadcast of the Kingston Wrangler 2025-2026 season. 1-0 for Somang here live at the ranch. Again, thank you so much for inviting us into your house every day, live on Black Bear TV. For the Kingston Wranglers, I'm Bill Newman. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next season.